The average American age 30 to 70 is a 30 BMI. 3/4 of Americans age 30 to 70 are overweight. So I guess we're all in the same boat then, aren't we? The majority of Americans, though, when surveyed, say, my weight is just about right. I don't need to lose a pound. Now, do we dare to go to cdc.gov and use the BMI calculator? This takes some courage. 30 BMI, if it comes out, you put your height and your weight in. It's a function of two factors, height and weight, and your gender, that you put your gender into. For height and weight, you get to 30 BMI. That's obese. If you're at 25 BMI, that would qualify as overweight. And then what they call below 25, they call it healthy. However, here's the secret. 22 is where disease risk begins to rise. So when they say healthy, it's a relative term. 24 is healthier than 34 for sure. But 22 is where you see the curve start to go up. And then every notch above 22. Okay, what is BMI? Height versus weight. Height versus weight. And that has some limitations. 2 limitations of the body mass index, BMI. 1, the location of the fat is not noted in the BMI figures, is it? It's just what the scale tells you. And what researchers and physicians tell us is that the fat that is visceral fat and abdominal fat in the organs area has a greater disease risk associated with it than the lower fat in the hips and so on. So just a limitation of BMI. And also, for the muscle man in the crowd, I got to give him a little bit of leeway here because he's heavy compared to his height, but may not have an ounce of fat on him, right? So his BMI number might look not very good. Massive broad shoulders dude with enormous pecs, right? He's doing fine with his health. He's not fat, but his BMI is high. Now that's a small proportion of the population, so we can leave that aside for most people, but just muscle man, I know you are discriminated against in the BMI numbers. Hang in there, I have a better measure for you and for watching for the distribution of the fat. Now, where is the fat distributed on the body? Is it in the middle or other places? And the more it's concentrated in the middle, the worse, remember? And that doesn't mean it's healthy to be overweight other places, but it's worse in the middle. So what they've come up with is the waist to height ratio. Waist circumference versus height ratio. And simply put, you can go home and get one of those measures and go around and go up and then be like, what percent of this is this? And you want it half. You're aiming for half or lower. So you want the number of inches around to be half or lower than the number of inches. That's just it's actually the best way, better than BMI even, because it accounts for distribution of the fat. Is it in the middle?